Viewer discretion is advised. You are sitting in a windowless room. The air is stale. A detective leans across the metal table and asks you a question that traps you no matter how you answer. Now wake up. You aren't in a police station. You're at your dinner table. You're at a car dealership. You're talking to your partner. But here is the terrifying truth. The person across from you is using the exact same interrogation psychology used to break down criminals. And the worst part? You are already confessing. Most people think manipulation is rare. They think it requires a villain. But psychology tells us that 90% of human communication is an attempt to control the outcome. Today, we are going to dismantle the 3 invisible weapons used against you daily. If you have ever agreed to a favor you didn't want to do or apologized for something that wasn't your fault, you failed a basic test of behavioral interviewing. You gave away your leverage. By the end of this video, you won't just see these tricks. You will understand the matrix of compliance. We are going to take the most potent tactics from criminal profiling and show you exactly how they are repackaged as office politics or relationship advice. You will never look at a conversation the same way again. Let's start with the heavy hitter. In law enforcement, this is legal. Police are allowed to lie to you. They can say, "We found your DNA at the scene," even if they didn't. Why? Because the brain panics when faced with certainty. In your daily life, this manifests as social proofing or the assumed consensus. It's when a coworker says, "Everyone else agrees that this is the best way forward," or a salesperson says, "This is our most popular model. We can't keep it in stock." They are fabricating evidence of a consensus to bypass your critical thinking. Interrogation psychology relies on the subject feeling isolated. If you feel like the odd one out, your biological drive to belong overrides your logic. You comply to rejoin the herd. But here is the twist. Usually, there is no herd. The everyone they're talking about doesn't exist. It is a bluff designed to trigger confession analysis markers, specifically the body language of submission. If you look down or hesitate, they know they have you. This is my personal favorite because it is so elegant. It creates the illusion of choice. In an interrogation, a detective never asks, "Did you kill him?" They ask, "Did you plan this, or was it a spur-of-the-moment mistake?" Do you see the trick? Both options require you to admit guilt. This is called the double bind. And you face this every week. Think about a time someone asked you, "Do you want to handle this report now, or would you prefer to do it this weekend?" They bypass the option where you don't do the report at all. They framed the negotiation so that your only power was choosing when to surrender, not if. This works because the human brain is a problem-solving machine. When presented with option A and option B, we immediately start weighing the pros and cons of those two choices. We forget to look for option C. To spot this, you need to practice behavioral interviewing on yourself. When you feel pressured to choose, pause. Ask yourself, am I choosing between 2 poisons? If the answer is yes, you are being manipulated. This is the good cop strategy. It is the most dangerous because it feels like help. A skilled interrogator will say, "Look, I don't think you're a bad person. I think you were just under a lot of pressure." Anyone would have snapped. They are minimizing the moral weight of the crime to make it easier for you to confess. They are building a bridge for you to walk across. In your life, this looks like a friend saying, "It's not a big deal, just a small loan," or a partner saying, "I'm only yelling because I care so much." They are reducing the perceived cost of your compliance. But confession analysis shows that once you agree to the small version of the story, you have validated their narrative. You have stepped into their reality. And once you're in their reality, they control the rules. Here is the biggest mistake people make. They think intelligence protects them. They think, "I'm smart. I would know if I was being played." Wrong. Interrogation psychology works better on smart people. Why? Because smart people are better at rationalizing. If a manipulator gives you a double bind, a smart brain is faster at justifying why option A is a good choice. You use your own intelligence to talk yourself into the trap. You try to out-argue them. You try to win the debate. But in doing so, you engage. And engagement is all they need. You cannot beat a double bind by choosing. You beat it by refusing to play. So how do you shield your mind? First, recognize the false evidence. When someone claims everyone agrees, ask for names. Second, spot the double bind. If given 2 bad choices, choose neither. Third, reject minimization. If it feels wrong, no amount of "it's no big deal" makes it right. We are programmed to please. We are programmed to comply. But you are not a suspect in an interrogation room. You are the detective of your own life. If you want to master the darker side of psychology and learn how to read people before they even open their mouths, click the button below. We decode the human mind every week. Don't let them run the script on you.